What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. If this is your first time seeing me, I've been on YouTube since 2005, and that ain't no lie. And I'm here to talk to y'all about Love Cabin episode 2 entitled Heating Up. Now, let me tell y'all, I like watching this show. I do. I like seeing something different on Zeus. I mean, I mainly watch baddies. I tried to get into Jocelyn Hernandez's show. Can't get into it. I just can't get into it. The way she talks to the girls is just crazy to me. I just can't get into it. And then I love Love Island, so why not try Love Cabin? I never watched anything else on Zeus. Let's be clear. I tried to watch their scripted stuff, couldn't really get into it. It was a little bland for me. But Love Cabin is interesting because I love Love Island, and I know they're biting off of Love Island heavily with this show, but it's interesting to see how they do things different. You know, Zeus is for the raunchy get 'em up, because then, you know, they definitely feeding the raunchy get 'em up. Because now, if they wasn't on Vimeo, they would be able to show nudity, but yeah, you got to be a big wig, and you know, Apple, Android, they don't allow you know, nudity, full frontal or anything like that really on their apps. I'm talking about business, but yeah, and neither does Vimeo, which is what Zeus is on. So it's interesting to see them play that fine line, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, but we're gonna go into the notes and we're gonna talk about it, baby. The ending of this show is crazy. Let's get into it. So we start this episode off with the weird and crazy narration from Tia Kemp, and I honestly don't think that this thing needs it. We either should have had a different narrator, or the audio should just sound cleaner and more crisp and not like it's just coming directly out of her phone. Every time she comes on, I'm annoyed. Every time she comes on, I don't want to hear her voice. Every time she comes on, I just want her to stop talking. So I don't know about y'all, but how do y'all feel about Tia Kemp as a narrator for the show? I feel like it's just so unnecessary. Then all the people start waking up for the next day. You know, Trap Yayo was talking to Athena, and he's like, "You ain't make breakfast? I want a breakfast. If you don't make breakfast, we're gonna have a problem." Then we see a clip of them making some nasty looking sandwiches. I guess they don't get the avocado toast and the stuff that they get on Love Island. I don't know. Then it seems like everybody cannot remember each other's names. Trap is like, "What's her name again? What's her name again? I don't know her name. What's her name again?" The women are like, "What's his name again? I don't know." Like, they can't remember each other's name, but you slept with this person. Like, anybody that comes in my bed, I remember their name. Even if I met somebody at a house party one night and I'm, you know, we text afterward or whatever, like, I'm remembering that person's name. We were just talking. Like, you suck face with this person and you sleeping next to this person, you don't know this person's name. That's crazy to me. I don't understand that concept, but okay, whatever. Chloe says that, you know, Camel tried to do a little cuddle or whatever, and she wasn't having it, not the first night. But Tia was on the red carpet for the premiere, and she was like, Chloe was busting it wide open. Which is interesting, because was she even on set or was she not on set? Like, I don't know. But when did Chloe start busting it wide open? And who was she busting it wide open to? I'm curious. Are y'all curious? Sheila says that John was pooting in the bed, and of course we heard the fart sounds. Now, I don't know if it was the actual fart sound or if it was a fart sound effect, but we heard the fart sound, and John was farting, and you know, the girls was hearing it, and you could hear it, and it was Sheila was upset, and it was smelling, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, I've never, in like all of my relationships, I've never been in a situation where I've been in bed and I hear like a bang, and then I smell it. You know what I mean? Like, I've never had that. I never had that happen. Like, even with me, like, I'll get up and go do my thing in the bathroom or whatever. Or if I know it's not going to be one of those heavy sounds, because I don't usually brine. You know what I'm saying? I might let it, you know? But usually my farts smell like roses. Like, you know? So my farts don't be danging, you know what I'm saying? But no, I wouldn't do that on a first meetup and a first lay down with somebody, and I just normally don't do that, or I try to avoid it altogether. What about y'all? Do y'all be farting? Y'all be farting out there with your partner in the bed with you? You just let it rip? That's so disrespectful. I think that's rude. Some people might think that that's love, but no, that's not for me. Athena says she couldn't really sleep because Trap was waking her up like 3 a.m. or whatever, and she says she's not a cuddler. She wasn't for that. Athena got a lot going on with her. I don't know, she seems like She seems like possessive, but don't want to be possessive, but then possessive again. Like it's weird with her. Nisa, I don't think Nisa gonna be with Brian at the end of this. I mean, even though Brian seems to be like the coolest, most mature. Brian and Michael seem to be the coolest, most mature men in the bunch, but I just don't see Brian with Nisa. I don't see that. I don't. Do y'all? Do y'all see that? But apparently she feeling on Brian. You know, they got a little cuddle session in. Okay. Brian just looks like a child compared to her. Like, and he's 30s, in his 30s. So it's like, that's interesting. But it's like he looks so small compared to her. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Quick question for the ladies out there that watch me. Or, yeah. What does y'all lipstick taste like? That would annoy the out of me. If every time I'm kissing somebody and I leave and my mouth looks like I wear lipstick, that would bother me. Does the lipstick taste good? Like if I'm sucking on your face and tonguing on your face and then I come back with all this makeup, is it edible? Am I supposed to be ingesting this? I'm really curious because these girls be putting pounds and pounds and layers and layers and layers of makeup on their face just to then kiss somebody and then it's wiped off. I don't understand that concept. I need help. Help me in the comments. The guys got to get ready in somebody's queen bedroom with one bathroom. Like, I'm so confused. Why does the women have a vanity moment or a vanity room and the guys don't have like a one for all kind of big? Well, they all, on Love Island, they all get ready in the shower and bathroom situation. But why isn't that here? Like, they got to get dressed in a bedroom and then go into a bathroom to do their thing and then come back into the queen size bedroom. That's weird for me. And then Brian helping Michael clip his overalls. What was that for? I couldn't understand that. Was that, it was just, I mean, it was cute. It was nice to see, but it was a little gay. No, just like, I mean, not everything gay, but you know, it was, I just don't understand why was that. And then it was like, they made sure that we saw that. I didn't understand that. Like, Michael can easily clip. Like it was on front. I'm curious. Do guys do that? Like, is that a thing? I don't understand it. Chloe is hard pressed when wanting to kiss other dudes. She's like, Camo is cute, but I want to kiss this one, that one, this one, and that one. I want to make sure that I am with the one that I ultimately want to be with. I got to make sure that the connection is real. So I'm ready to get to kissing other people. Yeah, Chloe on that. She fast like that. Yeah, she is. I do have to admit, I like how they did the breakups where like we got a moment with the people that are coupled. And it was a cool moment and everybody got their own moment. I thought that this was really, really nice to see. And it's not something that we see often in Love Island. Like for them to go away, they got to wait like episodes before we get them to go out on a special date or whatever. And then we'll get them having a small conversation, but they have a conversation around everybody. I like how they were able to break away from like the cast and just have a moment. And it seemed like, well, not it seemed like everyone had their own little set kind of moment. I like how Sheila was working out and John came, you know, to talk to them. Even the guys walking by themselves in the woods, I thought that was great. These kind of moments are what separates Love Cabin from Love Island for me. And honestly, it's what makes Zeus stand on a little bit more of substance compared to shows like The Baddies and like Jocelyn Hernandez to show no shade. Like, I like this element of the Zeus network, if that makes sense. So the guys are walking off in the woods and they're getting to know each other. It's pretty cool. I like the concept of this. You know, Trap tells the guys that he likes Desi. He wants to, you know, try out Desi or whatever. Michael says that Desi was a bit standoffish at first because she liked someone else. He felt that. Michael asked Trap, Yayo, would he stop content to be with Desi? And Trap isn't able to answer that question. I don't think Desi would connect with Trap if she knew that he did content. But then again, like we see later on in the episode that Ray J outs that he does content. So it's like, you really don't know that he doesn't do content? Like, you really don't know? That's interesting. Chloe cannot remember Camo's name for whatever reason. Desi says she's interested in Trap and says she don't care what the girls think. Nisa and Brian talk, and I don't know about y'all. I guess like dudes just have to deal with it because that's what comes with the territory with women. Like the makeup and the hats, like the peeling hats. That is so crazy to me. That is like, you can't paint that down. You can't do the little baby swoops over it to hide that. And then it be caked up and glued up and it look dry. It just look it looked like a scab coming across her forehead. Like that's hot. I don't understand that. That's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. I don't understand that. I like Brian's confessionals. I think Brian is a professional when he does his confessionals, and I can see Brian on Love Island for real, for real. Like he has that aesthetic and that look and the maturity level. Nisa says her last relationship was a year ago. And Brian says his last relationship was 10 years ago. And 5 of those years, he was like in situationships. And then the last 5, he was just focused and centered on himself. Nisa doesn't seem like she really feeling his answers or whatever. Like she seems like pulled back from the situation. But Brian's like, can I get a kiss? And Nisa's like, yeah, sure. Like, you can get a kiss. Like, and then he kisses her and it's just all this mud is on. It's just crazy for me. John meets up with Sheila. She's working out. Sheila got a bad body, like her, not bad, like horrible, but like she's sick now. Her body is, and she's sickening. And if I liked ass on a woman, baby, and any on that be that, but Sheila body banging. John walks up, tries to kiss her. I think that's cute. John is interesting. Like John, like he admitted that he would rather be with a fat girl that give good head. You know what I'm saying? And in one token, he's a player, but in another token, he's not because if he likes a girl, he wants to be with that girl. But he is just so open and honest with her. Like right out the gate, he says whatever comes to mind. And it's just very, very interesting to me. John says, what made you want to me? And she like, what? Like, we didn't have sex. But John's like, you know what I mean? Like, you picked me, so you me. Like, what made you want to? And I'm like, okay, that's interesting. That's a great way to look at it, I guess. Sheila then goes to say that she's an exotic dancer. John comes out and says, I'm not shocked. I can see that. I mean, she seemed like that type that, like this, like that. It is what it is. And then John is like, yeah, with me, I want everywhere. I want on the counter, I want in the shower, I want in the garbage pails, I want on a rooftop, I want to watch the neighbors and watch us. Like, he want to get down everywhere. And Sheila's like, I like a man that's so honest. Sheila asked John if like he's like interested in getting to know anybody else, and he flat out says like, yeah, I think it'd be cool like to get to know somebody else, whatever. Like we not each other, like we not together, like we getting to know each other type shit. And so then John asked her the question, and Sheila feels like nervous and timid, like she can't really answer the question. As brutally honest as John has been to her, she needs to just get out right back and not be afraid to answer the question. She's like, well, I guess, well. Then she's like, yeah, I mean, there are some attractive men. And right away, John is like, Trap had 4 kids. He said that Michael steals. He said Camel's on. Oh, I'm like, what is going? What? First of all, is this true? Is it not true? Like you really saying that this dude on a Coca-Cola, and you on television saying this dude is on Coca-Cola? Like, really? Is that like the truth? Camel and Chloe walk around rocks, and I'm like, okay, they must be on a limited set. They got them on the rocks and walking in the woods and around the rocks. Camel and Chloe ain't gonna last. I don't think it's gonna last. I don't feel a connection. I don't see a connection. Camel's 29 and Chloe's 21. That's an interesting gap. Chloe's like, yeah, but that doesn't mean anything. People think that I'm 60 and I'm mature and I'm a homebody and da-da-da. Camel's like, well, yeah, I still want my girl to be at home cooking and the house better be clean when I come back. And I'm like, that you're not getting that from no 21. Are you getting that from a 21-year-old? I doubt that. Camel ends up asking for a kiss. All the men ask for a kiss. And, Camel and Chloe kissed for like 8 years. Then we get Michael and Desi walking, and they walk towards the steps at the entrance of the house. This was one of the most honest conversations. And I like how honest everyone is being with each other right now. Like, it's really cool to see how these people are, like, to get to know their personalities. I think this is really, really good that they have these moments. So Desi comes out and says, I'm interested in trap. Michael then says, That's cool because he's interested in you. Michael was very mature for saying that and allowing Desi to know that. And I like that Desi was straightforward and letting Michael know how she feels. You know, Desi said that the kiss was a bit performative. Michael owns up to it and says, yeah, I can admit the kiss was a bit performative. Desi asked, are you interested in anyone else? Michael says, not really. I mean, you know, his eyes are really set on her and he ain't really feeling it for nobody else, but he'll be open to talking to other people. Desi feels pressured that she has to make a decision between Trap and Michael because Michael is not interested in anyone else. Michael then asks for a second redo of the kiss. They kiss and Desi's feeling the second redo. Michael is the finest dude there, to me, to be honest. Like, Michael the finest dude there. Trap walks up on Athena. Athena look like she got an attitude right off rip. I'm curious about what her attitude is like behind the scenes because she look like she just be on one all the time. So Trap talks to her. They get her little hug. He like, you smell good. You smell good. She like, thank you. I want to address some shit. And Trap is like, okay, what's up? She like, yeah, you hot and cold. Trap is like, really? Nah, I'm more hot. It's the cold coming from you. The cold coming from you. The cold coming from you. And it damn for sure is. Like, it damn for sure is. Athena then says, you look like a player. Trap is like, well, if I look like a player, you look like a player. Then they talk about the kids. He like, I got 4 kids, not with 4 baby moms or 2 baby moms. Is it a problem that I got kids? Athena like, yeah, no, not really. Athena don't like Trap. Like, it's so interesting because, like, in my mind, this whole conversation, Athena not feeling it. Then Trap like, yeah, can I get a kiss? They end up kissing. And then Athena's like, oh, yeah, I would rate that kiss a 10. Because Trap asked, well, what'd you rate that kiss? And she was like, I'm not trying to stroke your ego or whatever. But it was a 10. And Trap was like, yeah, it was a 10. Look, Trap said it was a 10 first. Then she was like, yeah, it was a 10 for me too. Athena's complicated for no reason. I just get overcomplicated for no reason. Thanos and Kiera talk, and they're so boring. Like, Kiera is so boring. Like, Kiera has no personality for me. I don't understand how she got casted. I feel like they were definitely trying to lead in a different direction to get a different demographic on to Love Island. No shade, even though Kiera is black, but she's not like the standard black. Because when they were doing like the dance slow-mo segment, Thanos said Kiera couldn't even dance. So I'm like, okay. But Kiera is just no personality to me. I don't even like her with Thanos. Thanos needs somebody else. I'm not a fan. She's not made for TV. It just, their segment was boring. I don't really care. They kissed. And then she started laughing. She's like quirky. I don't know. Even Thanos is not feeling her, so I don't feel bad for not feeling her either. It is what it is. Michael is honest with the guys as they're getting ready. They got to steam their clothes on the rug. They don't have an iron. Like, the whole budget was spent on the house and location. Y'all can't get these people an iron. They don't have their own shower quarters. Like, we don't get to see every aspect of what I want to see them get in the shower and cleaning up and washing up. And, you know, if you about to show me women breasts out and like, let's get these bitches in the shower and let's see how they wash their ass. You know what I mean? Like, in Love Island, you get to see that. You get to see... You know what I'm saying? You get to at least see how they wash and that they do wash, but they iron and steam they shit on the rug. That shit is crazy to me. Then all the dudes are getting ready in there. The girls got the little vanity room. Like, I don't know. They should have really thought this out a bit more for like the changing aspect and the shower aspect. They could at least have ironing boards. Michael's like, yeah, Trap, does he really feeling you? I thought that was mature and honest. And then, Trap tells Camel that Athena was checking him out. So that was cool. Everybody's worried about what Ray J is going to do at this little meet that they have. And he comes out and tell me why Ray J throws rocks in the air. And if he gets a slow-mo moment, he just throws rocks in the air. Ray J is bugging. Like, Ray J is bugging. He is so crazy. And I'm like, who sits down with him to come up with these challenges, or do he really come up with this stuff on the fly? Like, it feels like it's on the fly. Even though he got cards in his hand, it just feels like it's on the fly. It feels so spontaneous, and like, it's just whatever. Like, Ray J is bonkers. And John definitely lets us know in the confessionals. I like John's confessionals. This shit is real and honest. I like John. I think John is cool. Ray J comes up and asks, did anybody F? I want to know if anybody F last night. Everybody like, no, like, it was the first night. Ray J is disappointed nobody F. And he's like, because y'all didn't F, we got to switch some up. Y'all don't really like each other if y'all didn't F on the first night. And I'm like, really, Ray J? Like, what is going? Is that really on his cards? That is so crazy to me. Then Ray J's like, we playing Savage Truth or Strip. Now, I was ready for people to strip, no shade. But nobody ended up stripping because everybody was playing the truth. And like, or picking truth. And then was told to do the dare, but then do the dare. It was so interesting. I'm going to tell y'all, like the fact that he had these women groping these dudes, and then smelling their hands. Like, I'm gonna ask y'all, like, so the women can go ahead and grope the dude and cup the dude, but he had the men literally eating on her test. Like, I was like, what the hell is going on here? Like, but could a dude grope the girl and finger the girl and say, is it tight or not? How loose the pussy is? Like, would that be too much? Would that be too far? Like, the women can go ahead and grab the dude's dick, but could the dudes go in and grab and finger the girl and see how tight it is? Would that be too much? This was crazy. This is crazy. He asked Kiera if you could with anybody else, who would it be? Kiera says Trap. Then he makes Kiera go over and like dance on Trap and make out with Trap. Kiera is socially awkward, physically looking awkward. And like, she's a pretty girl, but the whole thing is just awkward. I think they get a whole attitude, like she really loved a man and she jealous or whatever. Then, you know, Rachel's like, go, Athena, go over to Thanos and do the same thing with Thanos. Then, you know, Thanos is humping her and, you know, whatever. And, you know, Kiera's like, Athena's like, oh, Thanos is too young for me. I'm like, y'all the same age, ma. No. Yeah. Y'all around the same age, baby. Early 20s. Y'all both kids. Like, Kiera and Trap was on each other for like 80 minutes. That just seemed weird. It just seemed like real forced. I don't know. Performative. I'll use the word that Desi used. Performative. Then Ray J goes out of his way to tell Athena to put her hand in Thanos' pants and then tell us if it's big or not. And I'm like, what? That's so wild. That is so wild. So she does it. She feels it. She says that it's a good 8. And she was like, soft? And they was like, soft? And she like, no, it's like 5 soft. And then Ray J made her smell her hand. That is so crazy. And, you know, Athena was like, yeah, it smell good. It smell good. Because, you know, the stuff can smell real bad down there. You know, washing, you know, it can smell real bad. Like, I'm sure it do on the women. It smell like real bad. It could, right? It could. Sheila then decides to take a dare because she like, whatever, we're going to have to do something crazy anyway. And Ray is like, show your tits. And then she shows them. And then he's like, Trap and Michael, stand up. Go over there. And I'm like, whoa. First of all, John had to get a little 1-2 first. Then Trap got a little 1-2. Then Michael got a little 1-2. Michael wasn't really even into it like that. Like, he just felt like, but Trap was like, mwah, 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 mwah. Real OD crazy. John says that he would have picked, or he would go for Athena. So Rachel's like, well, then you're with Athena then. So stay with Athena. But then he switches it up and says, no, you're with Kiera. Go with Kiera, make out with Kiera because he thought that Kiera was cute. So boom, they end up with Kiera. Thanos ends up with freaking Athena. Let me look at the last picks. You got John with Kiera. You got Thanos with Athena. You got Trap with Sheila. You got Michael with Desi. And you got Kimmel with Chloe. And you still got Brian with Nisa. So at the end of the episode, Chloe is made to compare sizes between Michael and Kimmel. She goes and rubs them down. Then she goes and sniffs all in her hands. And he's like, well, tell me right now, between these two, who's the biggest? And then the show goes off. Now, in the future clip, we see that they have to make a suggestion for somebody to go home. And Sheila feels like the girls didn't have her back with whatever decision she made. And in the clip, we see her fighting Desi. Where's the security? Is there security for this? Because I don't see no security jumping in. How does the fight stop? I'm really curious. I'm really, really curious. And then what is Desi like? How is Desi going to move after that? This show is wild. It's interesting. I like that it has a little bit of substance when we get to know like the people. Like we have a moment to get to know the people and their individual dates. But man, they doing some wild-ish. Like some wild-ish. To be honest, if we're gonna take it there, I wish that they could really just take it there. Like I wish nothing was blurred out and we could just take it there because they have shows like Dating Naked or Naked Dating or whatever where everybody's just butt ass naked and they just go through the house. Apparently we can't watch this stuff here in America. It's overseas and stuff like that and you got to stream it somehow and pirate it somehow. It's real interesting, but I wish they could just take it there because it would be better to watch if they could just take it there. Anyway, leave your comments below. How you feeling, Love Cabin? I think it's cute. I think it's a cute little show. I think it's a cute little show. I think it should move a little faster because I feel like the show could be like 30 minutes and we'd be good. But I like how they give us segments with the people. So I don't know. That makes it longer. Ray J is too wild of a host to me. And I don't know if this really gonna last. Like right now, I'm looking at the thing and they already got 120 comments after 47 minutes. After just being uploaded, everything was uploaded at 8 o'clock. So that's not a lot of comments. Baddies would have like thousands of comments right now. So we clearly know what the most popular show is on Zeus. Anyway, leave your comments below. Who's your favorite couple right now? My favorite couple is Michael and Desi. Desi just doesn't know it yet. I think Michael and Desi need to be that because I don't believe the other couples at all. I really don't. I think that's the one couple that really fits. And I can say John and Sheila fit too. I can say that. I wonder why he is into or crushing on Kiera. I wonder what that is because Kiera does not fit what he proceeds to make us believe like that's his type. Anyway, leave your comments below. Who's your favorite couple and are you into Love Cabin? Deuces.